The Battle of Yangcheng. This conflict marked the beginning of a new stage in the confusion of wars brought about by the collapse of the Han dynasty. It serves as a notable confirmation of the death of the alliance against Dongzhuo, as it's one of the first military conflicts between the warlords who started to battle one another for ultimate dominion over China. Cao Cao's failed attack at Xingyang had led to him abandoning the other generals at Xuanzhao to go and camp with Yuan Shao in Heinei. Soon after his departure, the camp at Xuanzhao collapsed in on itself. Also, Sun Jian's successes at Luoyang were not built upon due to poor communication and coordination among the leaders. They were unaware that the emperor was still alive, as they were isolated by the passes that separated the city from the east. Yuan Shao and Han Fu proposed to enthrone Liu Yu as the new emperor, but Cao Cao and Yuan Shu strongly disagreed. They carried on with their proposal anyway, but Liu Yu rebuked the messenger and expressed his loyalty towards Emperor Xian. He even threatened to flee to Xiongnu territory if Yuan Shao insisted any further. After numerous failed attempts, Shao eventually gave up, but during this time, the warlords had turned their attention towards one another or their own individual interests. Han Fu was in charge of providing provisions for the coalition, but he gradually slowed the deliveries down before stopping them altogether. As a result, his subordinate Xu Yi rebelled against him, defeated him in a minor conflict, and then defected to Yuan Shao. This brought to Yuan's attention his need to secure supplies if he wanted to take complete control of Han Fu's lands. He collaborated with Gong Xunzan, who was sent to attack Han Fu, which led to Han surrendering Ji province over to Yuan Shao. Sun Jian was returning to Yuan Shu from Luoyang when he became involved in the personal feud between the two Yuans. Because Yuan Shao was declared the leader of the coalition, it filled his cousin Yuan Shu with jealousy. Apparently dissatisfied that Shao received all the prestige that came with his new appointment, Yuan Shu insulted his cousin by calling him a family slave and not a true son of the Yuan clan. Shao became predictably angry at this, and so in 191 he named Zhou Yu as the inspector of Yu province, a title which Sun Jian was entitled to, and then sent him to attack Sun's territories whilst he was away. Zhou Yu's brother Zhou Ang headed to Jiujiang and seized it in Yuan Shao's name. By now, Yuan Shu had allied with Yuan Shao's northern rival Gong Xunzan, whilst Shao in turn joined forces with the southern Liu Biao. Historical sources disagree on whether it was Zhou Yu, Zhou Ang, or Zhou Xin who was involved at the attack at Yangcheng. Rafe de Crespigny accepted the version which describes Zhou Yu as the one involved. Zhou Yu had decided that Yangcheng within Yingchuan Commandery was a sensible target, as it was within Yuan Shao's sphere of influence. An outpost had been set up here earlier by Sun Jian to watch for attacks from the west when he left for Luoyang. Zhou Yu defeated the troops at the outpost and then took control over Yangcheng. When Sun Jian heard of the surprise attack from his nominal ally against his own outpost, he sighed and commented, "Together we rallied troops of righteousness with the purpose of saving the nation. The rebels and bandits are on the point of destruction, and yet people can act like this? Whom can I work with?" Gong Xunzan's cousin, Gong Xun was sent with 1,000 horsemen to assist Yuan Shu. They were to accompany Sun Jian in the battle to retake Yangcheng, but in the initial skirmishes, Gong Xun was killed by an arrow. Sun Jian was able to lead the army to victory sometime later, after he defeated Zhou Yu in several battles. When Zhou Yu learned that Zhou Ang had come under attack by Yuan Shu, he abandoned Yangcheng to go to his brother's aid. They were both defeated at Jiujiang by Yuan Shu, whereafter they gave up on their southern campaign altogether and fled to their hometown of Guaji. These clashes between Yuan Shao and Yuan Shu ended in the latter's favour. He engaged and defeated Shao's forces in both Yangcheng and Jiujiang. Although Jiujiang was not conquered, he was able to restore Sun Jian to his position in Yingchuan, whilst eliminating Zhou Yu as a threat once and for all. Yuan Shao, on the other hand, not only had to suffer these losses, but also came under threat by his neighbour Gong Xunzan, who blamed him for his cousin's death. Yuan gifted many proposals of goodwill to Gong Xunzan, but he rejected them all and declared war on him. This change in relations between the northern warlords led to a clash at the Battle of Jixiao. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.